Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to film my TBR for August, and I'm doing this a bit differently because this month I'm participating in Pickpongathon, which is run by One Book Reviews. I will link all the information to her video below because there's a lot of details, and basically I'm going to choose this TBR a bit differently because I have got my prompts already, but I'm going to do something similar to what Books on Lala did in her video, and I'm going to give myself options for each prompt, try the first chapter, and then see what I get. I've picked about 3 for each, and I might have to film this over a couple of days, so I'm going to do the first 5 options, and then I will see if I have time to do the rest, or if it is going to be spread over multiple videos. So for this first day of the video, I'm going to... The first prompt that I got was a male author, and I have 3 options for this. I have The Lost World, which is the second book in the Jurassic Park series, which is written by Michael Crichton. I have Death of a Blue Movie Star by Jeffrey Deaver. And I have the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series, The Lost Hero. And yeah, so those are my 3 options for male protagonist. Then for finished series, I have Split Second by Casey West, which is the second book which is the sequel to Pivot Point. I don't know what the actual series is called. And then I have the sequel to the final book in the Maze Runner series, which is actually a prequel, and that is The Kill Order by James Dashner. And I couldn't be bothered to get it down, or it was a lot of trouble to get it out, but I will also give myself the option of the second book in the Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Event series, which is the Ersatz Elevator. And then I'm going to film this intro quickly because I need to charge my battery. For the third option, I got light cover. I'm going to give myself 3 options. I've got Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I've got The Unsinkable Greta James by Jennifer E. Smith. And I have The Music in the Mirror by Lola Keeley. I will tell you what these are about when I come back after reading them. And then for the 4th prompt, I got Animal. And this is also going to fit with my Magical Aurelium readathon. So all of my options have rabbits on the cover. I've got Bunny by Mona Aylwood, or whatever her name is. I have Cursed Bunny and The Velveteen Rabbit, all of which are unscribed. I will read the first chapter I will read or listen to the first chapter of those, and then see what I like with that one. Also, I just realised that the 3 that I read for light cover were actually my 3 for the next prompt, which is female protagonist. So I've already read those. And my options for light cover are going to be The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks, Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven, or It Happened One Summer, which again also fills a Aurelian prompt of a book that was on the worst books of someone's worst books of the year video. So yeah, anyway, I will cut here, charge up my battery, read the first chapter of some of these books, and I will come back. Bye. Okay, and I am back. It's been about an hour, I think. And I have read the first chapters of the first books I introduced. And with the male author, well, I was actually intrigued by all three of these. The one that drew me in the most was The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. So I will be reading that one for this prompt. Then I had the finished series prompt and my options. And while I did enjoy these two chapters, I gotta go with A Series of Unfortunate Events because I did like that one the most. And with my light cover options, I changed out one of the books. So instead of doing the Notebook, I ended up making one of the choices Without Merit by Colleen Hoover. And then I had Holding Up the Universe and It Happened One Summer. Now, these ones are hard to pick because It Happened One Summer, the first chapter, the main character annoyed me straight away. Holding Up the Universe, I was kind of intrigued by it. It was giving me like all the bright places, and it was actually giving me like real John Green vibes. And Colleen Hoover is always a good. I've only read one of her books, but I did enjoy it. So I think I'm going to, I think I gotta go with Colleen Hoover for this one. So yeah, Colleen Hoover Without Merit is gonna be my light cover. Oh sorry. Oh no, I was right. Yeah, my light cover TBR fill for that prompt. And then the next one that I had was Animal. And for that I read 2 ebooks. I read Cursed Bunny and Bunny, the first chapters. To say that the Cursed Bunnies... To say that the first story in the Cursed Bunny short story collection was weird would be a very big understatement. And while I enjoyed it, I will go with Bunny by Mona Awad for that one. So I'll do that one as an ebook. And then for female protagonist, I had these 3 options. And didn't like this one as much. While I was intrigued by this one, I gotta go with Crawdads. Out of the 3 options, this one's the one that drew me in the most. So I guess I'll figure out what the hype is about with this book. And then those were the ones that I read in the first round, and those are the ones that I ended up going with. And then the next 2 prompts I can't really do the options for because I don't have a lot of options for myself. Number 6, I got the host fave, and I'll put the graphic up on the screen, but I only own one of the host fave books, and one of them I'm doing as a buddy read. So if I end up buying it, I'll be doing My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix for that. If not, I will just read the only other one that I own that I haven't already read. And then the next prompt that I got was Crown. Again, every book with crowns on my shelf I have read, but I found one that I would actually probably like because I'm not a big fantasy reader, but I have chosen Twin Crowns by 2 authors that I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. So I guess my next round of try chapters is coming up now. So the next prompt I got was translated. I again have 3 options for that. I have The Lost Manuscript by Kathy Bonadin. This is translated from French. I have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which is also translated from French. And I do own this book, but it's in a box. It's in a packed up box, and I don't want to open. So I'll read the first chapter of it on my tablet, and that is The Traveling Cat Chronicles by, what was the name of, I can't remember the author's name, but I'll be doing that one. And then the next prompt that I got was different culture. The first one that I'm Australian and English, so anything that's not those two. I got Reluctantly Charmed, which is Irish culture. And then I have 2 audiobooks. Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, which is Chinese culture. And I have Other Words for Home, which is, I think, Syrian culture. And I just realised I don't actually have the other 2 that I have here planned. I probably should have worked that up before I turned this camera back on. But there's already so many books scattered on my bed. Alright. I will be back. Okay, and I have returned with my last 2 try chapter options. Okay. The next prompts that I got was retelling. And I have picked 3 from my shelf that are fairy tale retellings. Yeah, so I have A Cage of Golden Lies, which is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling by Selenia A. Finetch. And then I got 2 Twisted Tales books. I got Mirror Mirror, which is a Snow White retelling. And I grabbed Once Upon a Dream, which is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. And the last one that I got wasn't... Oh, wait. Yeah, and then the next prompt that I got was TBR Veteran. And for that, I picked up these 3 books. I picked up Marvel Spider-Man Hostile Takeover. I picked up The Bridesmaids by Ruth Rendell. And I picked up Revenge in the Cotswolds by Rebecca Tope. Or Topi. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then the last one that I got that's not really one that I can do a dry chapter for was Blind Pick. Basically, I picked I picked 3 prompts at random, and then I picked which one I didn't want to do the least. The one that I went with was Newest Edition, mainly because I'm trying to read some older books on my shelf. But luckily for me, that prompt became Heartstopper Volume 2. So this is a definite on my TBR shelf. So yeah. Anyway, I will be back again once I have read the first chapter of the last of these books. Okay, and I am back with my last few books for this try chapter picks my TBR. So for the translated book, while I was intrigued by the idea of all of them, the one that intrigued me the most was actually 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So I will probably read this one. I will read this one for this prompt because I was the most dragged into this story. Next one was retelling. Oh no. Next one is different cultures. I found myself the most intrigued by Reluctantly Charmed. this one just, it had like the most fun. It had like the few pages that I read at the first chapter actually made me laugh quite a bit. So I'm gonna have to go with this one to see where it goes. And for the last two, it's getting late. I just wanted to finish doing this video tonight so I could get it done. I decided to, because I couldn't decide which one I was intrigued more by, I decided to go with A Cage of Golden Lies for my retelling prompt, and Mirror Mirror for my TBR vet prompt, because I've had this one on my shelves for so long. So yeah, I decided to just use one of these for each. Especially since I'm really tired and I can't do any more reading at the moment. And I also got the prompt of mood read, so I'll see what I'm led to with that. So overall, this is my final actual pile of books. And then there's about 1 or 2 audio mini books. But it's actually not, yeah. It's actually not that bad of a pile, because some of them seem like quick reads. And I have an audiobook for, I do have audiobook options for 2 of these in the pile. So the ones that I have to physically read without one is only this much. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Okay, this has been my Try Chapter Tag Picks My TBR. Again, I'll link everything down below. And I will catch you later.